Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful. We are here at the Lanier National Speedway with the Regal Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Car Division. The Admin Box Drivers Meeting is taking place and concluding now. Want to give a big thank you to Admin Box, the proud sponsor of the Drivers Meeting at every Regal Promotions Esports event. Designed by iRacers for iRacers, Admin Box ensures seamless race control and efficient event management, keeping the focus on the action. Don't forget to use the code RPE-sports-box to save 10% on your next order. Visit Admin Box to learn more and take your race day experience to the next level. All right, qualifying up on deck, 3 minutes on the clock. These drivers going to head out there and see who sets tonight's quick time. Kenny Mansberger, one of the first drivers out on the racetrack. Josh Whiteman, Ty Williams, Eric Hudson, Richie Gaines, all out there as well. Tonight's action also brought to you by Night Owl Racing League. You can get ready to roll with the Night Owl Racing League, our warm-up session sponsor for the 2025, bringing together passionate sim racers for thrilling competition. The Night Owl Racing League hosts unforgettable races. Join the Night Owl Racing League today by visiting them on Facebook or joining the Discord to be part of the action. Mansberger, fourth quick on the board. Check out Jeremy Christensen as he works around the racetrack in the 16 machine. Michael Scurring went to the top of the board at 12:26. Oh, Trevor Royer just popped there at 12:24. Christensen's first lap puts him to the top of the board. And as soon as I say that, Stephen Metcalf, 12:20. Christensen's now third quick. Sees he's able to pick up here on lap number 2. Christensen, nope, just slower on lap 2. Richie Gaines, the third, top of the board now. Nick Larry in the 43 machine heads out there. Truskowski, Hannigan, Klimowitz, McKee, Jack Burke out there as well. Larry's first lap puts him 13th quick at a 12:38. Spencer Putney went to the top of the board at a 12.18. Larry's going to come around and complete his second lap. See if he picks up there. No, slower on lap 2. Jimbo Rooney slow. The top of 3 and 4. We're going to take a peek now at Justin Osborne, the 14. Oh, he gets into the outside wall. That's going to hurt his lap. He comes around to take the green flag. Good thing he did that before crossing the stripe. Gavin Chatham, Chase Porter also out there. Caden Berry, Tim, just went to the top of the board with a 12.14. Osborne completes lap 1. He goes second quick at a 12:16. Osborne going to get his second lap in. Was it enough to pick up? No, not quite. Still going to be second quick. Gavin Chatham just went 4th. Chase Porter 17th. Jimbo Rooney across the line to complete his second lap. And he is now 17th at a 12:35. It looks like all the drivers have gotten their qualifying efforts in, and we're ready to go heat racing with these fellas. 34 total drivers signed in for action. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for our first heat race of the night. On the front row, it's going to be Ty Williams and Mason Hannigan. Then Richie Gaines and Caden Berry will be row 2. There is a 4-car invert in every heat, and we're taking the top 4 to the feature. Joseph Truskowski, Nick Larry will be row number 3. Row 4, Dylan McKee, Dustin Sargent. Row 5 is going to be Bowen Smith. All right, heat race number 1, gridding up behind the pace truck. I want to give a big thanks to Right Rear Racing for sponsoring heat race number 1 tonight. Be sure to tune in to catch all the excitement live streamed on their YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube for more action. Right Rear Racing also is going to have the event on Thursday night. That'll be the late model series season opener. I will be helping out on the call of that one. There'll be a 100-lap feature there on Thursday night. I'll be helping out Right Rear Racing on the call for that event. Tonight's winner also will be awarded a free entry into Thursday's Shamrock 100 event. That's got to be pretty. What do you think about that, Tim?
Yeah, where's my invite?
Invite to.
Let me participate in the race.
Well, I think you would have to take that up with Mr. Andrew Regal himself, and I mean, I'm sure he'd let you in. Maybe, I don't know. He might not. Depends on if he trusts you. If not, trust you.
Trust me. I'm not trustworthy enough.
Oh, Tim, you are the most trustworthy of any of them out there, I believe. Just as long as you're not in front of him working around the banking of 3 and 4 at the Daytona International Speedway, you will get spun. Folks,
Hey,
trust me, I know from experience.
You drove up a half lane.
It was,
That's
I don't know. There isn't much I'm going to say. I'm pleading the fifth on the rest of that. We'll leave everybody at home to wonder what exactly happened. But no, we don't have an instant replay. Sorry, don't have anything like that for you all tonight.
Oh, well, there is a replay out there somewhere.
I'm sure there is. Oh.
It was broadcasted.
Yes, it was. But anyways, the task at hand, heat race number 1. Top 4 to transfer into the main event here tonight. Ty Williams, Mason Hannigan, row 1. Pace truck's already off. Ty Williams fires, and the green flag is in the air. 8 laps the distance. Mason Hannigan with a big-time move with a slide job into 1. Williams with the good momentum off the top side is going to repay that favor down here in 3 and 4, and they're going to continue to trade the top spot, Tim.
Yeah, they are. Hannigan right back to the lead as Caden Berry. He took over the 3rd place spot as of right now. He's running all the way down near the bottom. As everyone was qualifying, I may have hit the test drive button, and I just wanted to see what the drivers were going to go through, and I cannot get around the bottom at all. It's like about a lane is inverted, and that's it.
I'll tell you what, it's something else to run these 360 sprint cars and get around these racetracks fast. We have a battle. Well, Dustin Sargent just took over the 5th spot from Nick Leary and Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski falls another position back. But Sargent and the rest behind him are all on the outside looking in as Caden Berry holds on to the final transfer spot. But
Gaines into the wall.
Yeah, Gaines into the outside wall. He falls back to 3rd into the clutches of Berry and the 12 machine as we cross the line. Just 2 to go. Sargent's going to have to make something happen here if he doesn't want to go to the consolation. Side by side, Richie Gaines, Ty Williams, Gaines with a slide job through 3 and 4. White flag waving one more time around. Hannigan out front, a plenty, and a big run from Caden Berry, but he gets into the outside wall. Richie Gaines going to repay the favor down here through 3 and 4, maybe 3 wide at the line for a second. Mason Hannigan wins Heat Race 1, brought to you by Right Rear Racing. Richie Gaines, Ty Williams, Caden Berry will be the transfer drivers. Dustin Sargent, Nick Leary, Joseph Truskowski, Dylan McKee, Bowen Smith, all relegated to the consolation.
Man, Caden Berry made up so much ground. He ground up on those 2 in front of him. He had to let off the gas, and I think that's what got him up into the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a wild finish there in Heat Race number 1. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Heat 2. Row number 1 is going to be Alex Szerzynski and Jeremy Christensen. Row 2 will be Stephen Metcalf and Justin Osborne. Row number 3 is going to be Jimbo Rooney and Fred Hoffman. Row 4 is going to be Ty Dickinson and John Klimowitz Jr. And row 5 is going to have one driver. That'll be Mackenzie Milwain. As the field begins to roll, I'm going to have to reset my timing and scoring. Looks much better. Heat race number 2. Brought to you by No Coast Customs. Your go-to for high-quality wraps, custom designs, and eye-catching graphics. Whether you're turning your car into a showpiece or enhancing your league's branding, No Coast Customs brings your vision to life. Join their Discord or find them on Facebook today. All right, Tim. How about you get us going here in No Coast Customs Heat 2?
Okay, you're going to have Alex Zerzinski. He's going to take the green as he fires away. You got a car way down on the bottom. That's going to be Stephen Metcalf. He's already moved up a position. He's looking to take over the first place position now as well. And in the background, you've seen that number 14 of Justin Osborne. He's slid up into third. Jeremy Christensen falls down into fourth. He takes a defensive line into 3 and 4. He shuts the door on Ty Dickinson. And you're going to have McKenzie around the outside. Almost kind of had to check up there. Has to check up.
Oh!
Slides it down to the inside.
What a save.
Yeah, that was, that's something. Wow.
Continued on and didn't even lose a spot. How about it?
Yeah, like nothing even happened.
Oh, more contact. Ah! I don't know how she said. Man.
Oh, my goodness. What's going on here?
Tough going so far for the 211 machine. Back up to the top 4. We're single file. Szerzinski, Osborne, Christensen, Metcalf are the transfer drivers. The battle is on for 5th on back. Ty Dickinson and Mackenzie Milwain now side by side for the 5th position. Dickinson down low, Milwain up high. Cross the line this time, 2 laps to go. Looks like we have a battle brewing maybe for the 3rd place position. Metcalf had a good run on Christensen. So he's got running a different line. Looks like a little bit of a slider line, but Alex Szerzinski works down the back straightaway, a half second ahead of Justin Osborne. Gonna work the top side once again. He's gonna win No Coast Custom Heat 2. Justin Osborne will be 2nd, Jeremy Christensen 3rd, Stephen Metcalf 4th. Mackenzie Milwain, Ty Dickinson, Jimbo Rooney, John Klimowitz Jr., and Fred Hoffman, the non-transfer drivers in heat race number 2. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 3. Row number 1 is going to be Chase Porter and Trevor Royer. Row 2 will be Jack Burke and Gavin Chatham. Row number 3 is going to be Joseph Groom and Ethan Milwain. Row 4 is going to be Landon Cardoza and Kenny Mansberger. Heat race number 3. And our white flag sponsor tonight. It's going to be brought to you by Elevated TV. Whether you're looking for in-depth driver interviews or full event coverage, Elevated TV elevates your viewing experience. Be sure to tune in for exclusive race content and take your race night to the next level. Find them on Facebook and YouTube for all the action. Pace truck begins to roll. My timing and scoring does not like me tonight. I have to reset that one more time. Yeah, SDK's not wanting to play very nice so far this evening with me, Index. Right, looks like the 20 car gonna run up now and fill the inside line to row number 3. As we are transitioning from day to night here at Delanier Speedway. Jack Burke in control, and we get the green flag and underway in Elevated TV heat race number 3. Burke, Cardoza, and Royer into the outside wall just a bit, turns across the nose of Chase Porter, and almost had a big moment there. Royer back way up on the outside wall. Going to continue to run up there. Just brushing it, but gets a good run on Cardoza out of turn number 2. The top 3 throw him under a blanket. Gavin Chatham currently in the 4 spot, working all the way down near the inside wall. 2 laps complete. Cardoza, big time slide job through 1 and 2 to take the lead over Jack Burke. I think Burke had to jump out of the throttle. That's going to stack things up. But with the top 4, contact on the inside, Burke and Chatham get together, and they both continue on. My goodness, how did Trevor Royer get around the outside of Jack Burke there, Tim?
Shades of last week, Royer all the way up against the wall, maybe using it to help guide him through the turn.
Wow.
I'm just waiting for him to shoot out of the cannon, complete the bingo card.
Absolutely. They're still going to be racing side by side back there for the 3rd position. Jack Burke working the top. Gavin Chatham working the inside, holding his own down there. We're going to come to 2 laps to go. This would be the transfer battle, really. Chatham, Burke, and Porter. White flag in the air. Cardoza ahead by 0.4 of a second, but Royer had a good run through the middle of 1 and 2. Cardoza going to play a defensive line into 3 and 4. And he's going to take the checkered flag in heat number 3. Trevor Royer will be 2nd, Gavin Chatham 3rd, Jack Burke holds on for that final transfer spot. Chase Porter, Ethan Milway, Joseph Groom, and Kenny Mansberger, the non-transfer drivers there in heat race number 3. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for our 4th heat of the night. Scott Thomason will be on the front row with Michael Scurring. Row number 2 is going to be Matt Hinkle and Spencer Putney. Row 3, it's going to be Gary Mansberger and Josh Whiteman. Row 4 will be Jay Ball and Eric Hudson. Want to thank Thunder Valley Racing League for being a league sponsor here with Regal Promotions Esports. They're known for hosting exciting iRacing NASCAR events. Thunder Valley Racing delivers high-intensity competition and well-organized races for virtual NASCAR fans. Stay connected with Thunder Valley Racing on Facebook, Discord, YouTube, and TikTok for the latest updates and race action. All right, Tim, the call is yours for Heat 4.
Alrighty, we're going to have the bank machine, that 07 machine, looked like he got out a little ahead. That's Michael Scurring as Scott Thompson roars right back by him. You got the EPI driver. He's up and not around. They somehow keep it going. Scurring all over the place. He's trying to just settle in here as Matt Hinkle will take over. I believe that's going to be 3rd. And Jay Ball in 4th. No, not quite. Michael Scurring battles right back in front of Jay Ball to stay in 4th as he's looking to go for 3rd.
More contact.
Scurring and Jay Ball, they're... How are they even still going straight?
I don't know. It's been something else. There's been plenty of contact made tonight, but nobody has hit the wall from it or been turned around. Matt Hinkle, Michael Scurring, the final 2 drivers there in the top 4. Spencer Putney, Jay Ball within striking distance. Scott Thomason still leading the way as he crosses the line now with 3 to go in heat number 4. The battle's tightening up, though, for the transfer position, Tim.
Yeah, it's certainly a battle here. As they've been battling, seems like all race, as Spencer Putney, he's trying to work his way by, just trying to get to the inside. I don't know. You might have to go up the lane, buddy.
Might have to
try and get around him.
Final set of corners here for Putney. Is he able to get around Skirring? No, Skirring holds him off. Scott Thomason wins the heat. Josh Whiteman, Matt Hinkle, Michael Skirring will be the transfer cars. Spencer Putney, Jay Ball, Gary Mansberger, Eric Hudson, the non-transfer drivers there in our fourth heat of the night. Take a look at the starting lineup for potentially our C main here tonight. Is that correct, Tim?
This is the C main. That's correct. We're going to be taking 3, and they're going straight to the feature.
All right, 3 drivers. That's the magic number. Row number 1 is going to be Dustin Sargent and Chase Porter. Row 2 will be Nick Larry and Ethan Milwane. Row 3 will be Joseph Truskowski and Joseph Groom. Row 4 will be Dylan McKee and Kenny Mansberger. Row 5 is going to be Bowen Smith. Ten laps citizens here. In our C main, as the lights are on and shining brightly around the Lanier Speedway. And I must say, graphically, with the recent iRacing update here just a couple of days ago, nighttime looks quite nice. Now, the lights are showing, it just looks a lot more accurate, let's put it that way, Tim.
Yeah, they retextured everything. I think that they put what did they say? How many textures they put in?
Quite a few.
I don't know. They put in like 3 times the amount of different textures that they had before, and it looks wonderful. As we are green for the C main.
Yep. Sargent now 3 wide. Chase Porter, Nick Larry. Chase Porter through the middle, slid across the nose of Sargent. Sargent's going to try to repay the favor down into turn 1 and does so. Nick Larry down on the inside says, well, if you guys want to continue swapping positions, I might try to scoot away from you all. But Dustin Sargent with a big run around the outside, still battling with Larry on the inside. The yellow flag, though, being displayed for the first time tonight. I believe Dylan McKee might have been involved in this one. They're in that 12 machine, so keep an eye on him. Oh, it looks like the 412 lost power, was really slow. McKee, nowhere to really go, was probably not expecting the 412 to slow as much as he did. Makes contact. Car setting the wrong direction on the back straightaway, bringing out the yellow flag here for the first time tonight. And while we're
Joseph
go ahead.
Truskowski said that his pedals came disconnected.
Oh, not good. Again, first caution flag of the evening. That's brought to you by 618 Engraving and Design. Every caution flag, fastest lap, and B main. That's coming up next. Tonight, proudly presented by 618 Engraving and Design. Whether you need custom hats, koozies, or cutting boards, 618 Engraving and Design delivers precision craftsmanship for any event. Visit them online to explore their incredible custom products. All right, single file. Truskowski, McKee still in the pit area, but the pace truck's going to peel off. Green flag back in the air. Now 7 laps to go in this 10-lap C main. Tim, Larry in the 43 going to go back to work on the inside as he was before we got the yellow.
Yep, he's... Oh, okay, there he is. I didn't recognize the car there. I'm so used to that kind of like that white and ghost graphic kind of deal that he has. Today it's that I guess Carolina blue is. He's almost around. He saves it. My goodness.
Chase Porter cut directly down to the inside, and Larry was still down there and almost had a big moment. Those two would have got tangled up. Bowen Smith now into that third and final transfer spot as Larry now finds himself on the outside looking in. Dustin Sargent up over a second over the rest of the field. Chase Porter firmly into position 2, and the battle will be on for the final transfer spot. Just 2 more circuits around, though, for Larry to get back in the top 3.
Yeah, he had a really rough 1 and 2 as he's trying to close the gap.
My
now.
goodness, Porter ran the bottom, and he lost a ton of momentum. Now Smith goes to the bottom out of turn 2. They're going to drag race into turn 3. Dustin Sargent's going to win by over a second and a quarter. And at the line, it's going to be Chase Porter over Bowen Smith. That's the top 3. Nick Larry, Ethan Milwane, Joseph Groom, Kitty Mansberger, Dylan McKee, and Joseph Truskowski, the non-transfer cars, and will be going home after the conclusion of that C main here tonight.
Huh. The score sheet says that they tied for second.
It was very close. Yes, it's showing that as well, but it's showing Porter getting the second position if there's any consolation for that. As on my end, that's what I saw.
It says Porter in second?
Yep.
And on my end, on iRacing, it shows Bowen Smith in second, Porter third.
Controversy. Well, what we do know is those 2 drivers did make it into the A main, but we're looking at the starting lineup now for our 618 Engraving and Design B main. It's going to be Mackenzie Milwane and Spencer Putney, row 1, Ty Dickinson, J Ball, row 2, Jimbo Rooney, Gary Mansberger, row 3, John Klimowicz Jr. and Eric Hudson, row 4, and Fred Hoffman in the final row. Man, I don't know why my timing and scoring does not like me tonight, but it is putting up a fight. It feels like.
Did you tell the fans at home Happy St. Patrick's Day?
I did not, and I am sorry, folks. Everybody watching at home, as Tim said, echoing the Happy St. Patrick's Day to each of you. I'm surprised we don't see as much green here tonight. I know there was a couple schemes we were watching warm-ups that showed some green on there. Maybe the 77, the 777, I mean, of Eric Hudson has some green on his machine. A little bit of green on Jimbo Rooney there as well. As the pace truck peels away, Mackenzie Milwane gets the green flag. We're underway. Remember, the top 3 transfer into our main event. Milwane, Putney, Dickinson have it for now. Jimbo Rooney on the outside looking in, running the extreme low line.
You're going to have Spencer Putney and Mackenzie Milwane. They've been battling all night as Putney's going to take the lead. He leads that lap. Mackenzie up into the wall. He possibly going to lose out on third and fourth as he's up
still in the wall. I think they're towing. They came to a stop, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag as Milwane got some of that good old wall glue, like you like to say, Tim, down there in 3 and 4, and got stuck there. It looks like just maybe brought the car to a stop. Oh, no, it actually hit in. There's the opening there out of turn number 4, made contact with the perpendicular wall there in the opening, and the car bounced and sat sideways exit of turn number 4. As it was a lot worse than what I originally thought.
Yeah, it looked like it was intentional, just trying to get out of the way of the rest of the people, not wanting to cause an incident or a yellow. They just tried to bring it to a stop in that opening, but they were going too fast and bounced off the wall.
Absolutely. Pace truck peels off. We are back underway. 6 laps to go. Jimbo Rooney with a good restart. Sneaks underneath Ty Dickinson, but Dickinson working that higher line, trying to fight back on the outside. Now he slots back into the 3rd position for the moment being. Rooney into position 2. John Klimowicz back there in position 4, looking to challenge Ty Dickinson for the final transfer. We have a slow machine. That's going to be Jay Ball right in front of the leaders. And a yellow flag displayed for the second time here in the B main. To take a look at exactly what happened, it was Jay Ball.
There was an incident on the restart, and Jay Ball got turned around. It was by John in the 34, that yellow machine. You find it on the restart.
Let's go back. Oh yeah, I see exactly what happened to Jay Ball here. Is now I found the incident you're referring to, Tim, on the restart. We got that going. John Klimowitz, yeah, just turned down out of turn 4. Jay Ball was underneath of him, and yep, he goes around right there at the start-finish line. As we still got 3 laps to go, lights go out on the pace truck. Do want to give a shout out to TJ Visuals, a league sponsor with Regal Promotions Esports. They're known for creating eye-catching social media graphics. TJ Visuals currently works with numerous real-life drivers across the country, and most recently, Regal Promotions Esports, helping elevate their online presence. Whether it's race promotions, result graphics, or more, TJ Visuals brings a professional touch to your race team or league needs. Green flag back in the air. Jimbo Rooney looking back down on the inside, trying to get around Putney. Not able to do it in 1 and 2. Going to try again in 3 and 4. As we get 2 laps to go, Ty Dickinson back to the transfer battle. Holds on to the 3rd spot with Klimowitz and Fred Hoffman trying to get back around. Fred Hoffman with a big-time move to the inside of Klimowitz. Klimowitz goes way up the hill. White flag one more time around. Does Dickinson hold on? Fred Hoffman is right there. Is he going to try to challenge into 3 and 4? Hoffman not able to make the move. Spencer Putney wins the B main. Jimbo Rooney will be second. Ty Dickinson holds on for the final transfer spot. Fred Hoffman, Gary Mansberger, John Klimowitz, Eric Hudson, Jay Ball, Mackenzie Milwane. The non-transfer cars will be going home, unfortunately. 5 minutes go on the warm-up clock here tonight. And our warm-up is brought to you by Night Owl Racing League. While these drivers are getting warmed up, we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the starting lineup for the feature event.
You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, welcome back into the Buckeye Racing Network. Again, thanks to our sponsors there with Richard Murtaugh Racing Driving Academy and Premier Racing Setups. Don't forget to use that code Buckeye15 for 15% off an individual setup pack. Try Premier Racing Setups today. Starting lineup for our feature event. Mason Hannigan, Alex Szerzynski on the front row. Then Landon Cardoza and Scott Thomas in row 2. Row number 3 will be Richie Gaines and Justin Osborne. Row 4 will be Trevor Royer and Josh Whiteman. Row 5 will be Ty Williams and Jeremy Christensen. Row 6 will be Gavin Chatham and Matt Hinkle. Row 7 will be Caden Berry and Stephen Metcalf. Row 8, Jack Burke, Michael Scurring. Row number 9 will be Dustin Sargent, Spencer Putney. Row 10 will be Bowen Smith and Jimbo Rooney. And the final row tonight will be Chase Porter and Ty Dickinson. 35 laps the distance. It's that time of the night, Tim. We pick our drivers to watch. Who do you have your eye on?
Is it okay to pick the whole field?
Sure, why not? I don't think you've said that once in the entire time we broadcasted, so we'll let it slide tonight.
I'll pick a driver. I'm going to keep my eye on Josh Whiteman in the 24 machine tonight.
All right, that is a great pick. I think I'm going to be keeping my eye on Trevor Royer in the 90. He likes to run the outside. Thinking about maybe selling some t-shirts tonight in that 90 machine running up there. I'm going to be keeping my eye on the 90 machine. Everybody at home, let us know your drivers to watch as we get our Victory Fuel 4-wide salute. Victory Fuel is proud to present the 4-wide salute at every Regal Promotions esports event. Formulated to help you stay hydrated and energized, Victory Fuel is packed with vitamins, low in sugar, and caffeine-free. Perfect for keeping you sharp and ready for race night. Use code RPE-sports-victory to save 10% at checkout. Visit Victory Fuel online to place your order today.
Tell you what, you also got to keep your eye on Caden Berry. He's extremely good at finding the speed down near the inside wall.
Yeah, Caden Berry is another great driver to watch, folks. He gets that bottom line rolling. He'll move forward as quickly as any other driver. Again, I do like the field tonight, Tim, as you said. As it looks like we're going to get one more lap under pacing, and we will get the green flag. We are ready to go for 35 laps. Ty Dickinson says, watch the wall with repeating L's tonight. Caden Berry's family and friends tuned in, rooting him on tonight. Susie Dickinson, Michael Dickinson out there, Sarah Skirring. Great fans supporting their drivers. As we get the green flag, we're ready to rock and roll at Lanier for 35 laps. Hannigan, Szerzynski lead the field through 3 and 4 for the first time, and then it's side-by-side 3 wide back there for the 4 spot. I believe Royer, Thomas, and Gaines a part of that, Tim.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
there absolutely is.
I don't know what to focus on here.
And we're 3 wide for the lead. Well, for a moment anyways. We had Szerzynski, Hannigan, Cardoza. As Hannigan works the inside, maybe a little bit of an issue towards the back. Couple cars slow down the back straightaway. We remain under green flag conditions for now. Maybe a couple more issues. A slow car on the outside. That's Jimbo Rooney. I think Michael Skirring was slow, and I don't know how we're under the green flag still. Now the yellow flag is displayed. And another issue. There.
Oh, that was close.
There's the yellow.
Oh, right in front of Caden Berry. I don't know what happened there.
We're going to go back and see exactly what happened to Skirring in the 07. Looks like him and Chase Porter get tied up out of turn 2. Jimbo Rooney is involved in that as well. Porter turns around backwards. Rooney backwards out of turn 2 as his car slides back around. Looks like every driver there of those 3 were able to continue on. You see Porter gas it up and got back going. Skirring stopped there the inside of 3 and 4, and there comes the field racing by. Rooney's just now getting going. We slowed things down there. Wow.
Yeah, coming out of 4 as they passed the slow cars, coming to the, just about getting the yellow.
Man, they were almost 5 wide there for a moment as the yellow flag was displayed.
Yeah, Justin Osborne got, looked like some net code. He got up into, that forced him up into Jimbo, and that happened right in front of Caden Berry.
Wow, absolute craziness there to start our feature tonight. As the pace truck peels back off, we're waiting for Szerzynski to go. Porter, I don't know who that was on the inside. Cardoza trying to maybe timed the start and just went way too early and kind of jumbled up that restart there. It was not a good restart. You got to remember Strzezinski was in control of that. As Hannigan retakes the lead now with 5 laps in the books. Trevor Royer in the outside wall, and he's losing more spots. Somehow the top wing is still on his race car, but the right front is broken. He has lost steering. Justin Osborne makes more contact with him. We're going to keep an eye on this. The rest of the field works past, but Royer unable to get to the pit lane that time. Will be slow down on the inside part of the racetrack. There's the 707 of Stephen Metcalf with an issue as well as he just turns into the work area. Hannigan opens up a 3/4 of a second advantage over Strzezinski. Then Cardoza in the 3rd spot. Then they're side by side for 4th. Thomason, Gaines, and Whiteman all right there as there's contact between Thomason and Whiteman. Whiteman's going to lose a spot to the 116 of Ty Williams. Gavin Chatham trying to work the bottom. Right behind him is Caden Berry in the 12 machine. Then you got Jack Burke and Dustin Sargent working the outside. Get Chase Porter +7 so far, a big mover. Dustin Sargent +7 there as well as the 2nd yellow flag is being displayed. Uh-oh, Mason Hannigan potentially with an issue? No. I'm unsure where it would have been unless it was scurrying again.
Oh, the top of 4. But I didn't see.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye on scurrying in the 07 because that's... Uh-oh. Porter?
Pink car of scurrying?
Yeah, Porter and Scurrying get together. Porter slides way up the hill, and Scurrying was there. Makes contact with the 07, and looks like Michael just brought the car to a stop at the extreme outside line there of 4 as the leader, Hannigan. There's Strzezinski in the field, works their way by. Scurrying was just stopped in that little entry area onto the racetrack. And he was able to cut across the racetrack and get into the pit area.
I think it's because he went slightly backwards on the track as it got brought out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, heads up from Scurrying to use that area and to get into the pit lane. But, I mean, unfortunate there, Porter just ran right up the racetrack into him there. Hannigan, we get the restart. We're back underway with 10 laps complete. 4 wide for the 3rd spot, Tim.
Yeah, Cardoza slid up. He's now in the 2nd place position as we got another yellow. They're going to have to restart that whole thing. It looks like Dustin Sargent possibly involved in this.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it started with Ty Williams in the 116, and it was the other red, white, and blue car.
Gavin Chatham in the 99.
Yep.
Justin Osborne got some damage. Justin Sargent went kind of for a wild ride.
Oh, my.
Jeremy Christensen involved. Jimbo Rooney. So at least a half dozen cars involved in this one. As we work our 3rd caution period so far. Justin Osborne visited the pit area. Scurrying still in the pit area. Trevor Royer, Stephen Metcalf, Ty Dickinson all scored 2 laps down. They're 19th, 20th, and 21st. I believe Ty Dickinson actually 3 laps down. So, all right, Tim, you can have the call for the restart.
Alrighty, as Hannigan gets a fantastic launch over the rest of the field. He's going to be followed by, I would assume that's a teammate of Mason's, Alex Strzezinski, and we got another yellow. That's going to be Josh Whiteman. He stopped on the... Oh, wow, what a tumble. Out of 2.
Yeah, Thomason actually came down the hill. Whiteman was down there. Those 2 went spinning. Chatham in the 99 gets collected. The 17 machine gets collected. There's Caden Berry just getting by on the outside, brushes the outside wall to get around it. The 20 machine, that's Chase Porter. There's more heavy contact. Here comes Jimbo.
Burke had a wild
Yeah,
ride.
Jack Burke, a wild ride. Jimbo Rooney just got through. Burke actually now flipping into the work area. Metcalf contact in the 707. So another half dozen or so cars involved in caution number 4 here tonight. The work area and pit lane is a busy spot here tonight. Dirt Series Promotions is the pit road sponsor with years of experience in the sim racing industry. Dirt Series Promotions has built a solid reputation as a leader in high-quality racing, offering a range of competitive divisions like the ever-popular Dirt late model stocks. Be sure to check them out for some of the best racing action on the sim. Their Facebook, you can search up Dirt Series Promotions, and the website is www.dirt-series.com. All right, we are ready for the restart single file this time. Uh-oh, green flag is out. Hannigan gets us back underway, but Szerzynski. Car got loose. Cardoza had to check up. That's going to stack the rest of the field up. Szerzynski going to look back to the inside of Cardoza. Cardoza going to repay that favor into 3 and 4, and they're going to continue to battle side by side. Gaines and Ty Williams battling for the 4th spot, and Gaines makes contact. I think that was with Ty Williams, and his car got sent sideways. Luckily, Gaines didn't hit anybody else, and nobody hit him, so he's going to be able to continue on in that 111 machine. Take time to talk about one of the other sponsors here with Regal Promotions Esports. That's going to be SICK Trophies, the official trophy and sponsor of the 2025 Regal Promotions Esports Awards Show. A massive thank you to SICK Trophies, the official trophy supplier of Regal Promotions Esports and presenting sponsor of the Regal Promotions Esports Awards Show. SICK Trophies will provide the prestigious awards honoring the outstanding drivers and teams throughout the year. Well, Tim, we have had quite the wild feature up to this point. 14 laps complete. 13 laps complete, excuse me.
Yeah, a few laps shy of the halfway point. As the Mason Hannigan, he's going to fire away. He's chased by Landon Cardoza and Alex Szerzynski. Ty Williams first to the bottom of the track. He goes back up top. And you're going to have Caden Berry right behind these top 4 as he is getting a huge launch out of the exits, as is everyone else out of him.
Yep, Berry up to the 5th spot, +8. Quick check on a couple other big movers. Spencer Putney in the 017 +11. Bowen Smith in the 012 +11. Chase Porter in that 222, but it's showing 20 on his race car, +12 up to this point. That's 7th, 8th, and 9th place positions.
Oh, almost. Jimbo Rooney had to check up. I think that was Matt Hinkle almost got to the back of Chase Porter. That made Rooney have to check up. He's going to possibly lose his spot here to Jack Burke, who was just not too long ago flipping down the back.
Oh my goodness!
Rooney always.
Matt Hinkle gets tagged from Rooney, and that's going to bring out the 6th caution flag as Rooney just entered so much faster. there. We'll rewind this and take a quick peek at it once again, but we had the eye on Jimbo Rooney as they went down into turn 3, and you see the one
Maybe
just
just a misjudged slide job. That's what I
it
thought.
might be because it looks like he was trying to pull that move on Burke. Rooney wasn't a 27 and just wasn't quite clear and was carrying a lot more momentum than Hinkle there in that number 1 machine.
As we go 2x2 already.
Yeah, for the restart. We've had a couple single file ones. Now we are going to double file back up. Hannigan and Cardoza will be the front row. Szerzynski, Williams, row 2. Hannigan steps back on the gas. We get back underway. Now 20 laps complete of the scheduled 35. Cardoza, Szerzynski really tight out of turn 2. Look at Caden Berry working the inside, picks up another spot. And he loves the inside. He's going to stay committed down there as we get a yellow flag for the 7th time. Unsure what happened there. Maybe Matt Hinkle, Justin Osborne with an issue?
Matt Hinkle, yes, and I believe there was another car.
Yeah, Matt
That
Hinkle,
just
Scott
closed.
Thomason, Justin Osborne with an issue. Heavy contact for Osborne and Hinkle as Osborne is on the side, is still sliding down the back straightaway, scurrying Ty Dickinson, making their ways through the best they can. But heavy damage for Thomason. Or excuse me, that's Hinkle and Osborne. Ty Dickinson now finds himself back on the lead lap in that 67 machine. I said his mouse had an issue as we started tonight's feature and he was unable to grid, but now finds himself finally back on the lead lap. In the 17th position, Hannigan gets us back underway. Single file. Caden Berry looks to the inside of Szerzynski. Szerzynski kind of closes the door. Berry will continue on in the 4th spot. Ty Williams, Spencer Putney, side by side for the 5th position. Putney on the inside, Williams running through the middle. Then right behind them, Gavin Chatham, Dustin Sargent, Bowen Smith, Jack Burke together. Chatham and Sargent side by side. Chatham in the 99, Sargent in the 77. Sargent going to take that spot, move to position 7. Caden Berry now moves up to the outside. Szerzynski down on the inside. Hannigan and Cardoza both up on the outside there as well. Hannigan 0.8 of a second ahead of Cardoza. So he's going to come to 10 laps to go this time. Berry at 1.4 seconds back in position 3. Then Szerzynski in 4th. Ty Williams holding on to the top 5 with Putney looking to his inside now. Dustin Sargent right there trying to take advantage of those two battling.
We got a slow car on the track. That's Justin Osborne. No top wing. Just keeping it rolling on the inside.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to make his way around, but he's staying clear of the leaders as Hannigan works around him. Cardoza as well. Caden Berry going to work past in position 3. And then it is kind of a dogfight back here for 5th on back. Williams, Putney, Sargent, and Royer is there, as well as Bowen Smith, as the 8th caution flag is displayed.
There was a car towing in turn 3. I didn't
Maybe Michael Scurring with an issue in the 07. He got into the outside wall, turned back off of it, turned right down into
Oh, my.
Hinkle in the 1 machine. There's the left front broken on Scurring. There, Hinkle was able to turn the car back around and get going, but Scurring towed to the work area in that 07 machine. Oh man, Royer gets into Bowen Smith down the front straightaway. I just saw that. Was Bowen Smith stopped? I'm actually unsure of what exactly happened. As Royer's right front is broken on his car, we're going to go back and take a look. Maybe at this. Was there something that happened under pacing?
There was contact down the backstretch.
Oh, no, contact on the front straightaway. Bowen Smith and Trevor Royer actually made contact on the front stretch. Bowen Smith let Royer go around, and then fast forward to the next lap. I think the 0-1-2 goes around him, and then Trevor Royer takes matters potentially into his own hands after the front was broken on his machine and just kind of runs through the 0-1-2 machines. Race control will have to take a look at that.
Fires away. He's got a good launch over Landon Cardoza. Caden Barry down to the bottom, trying to complete the pass for second. As Hannigan maybe a little off going into 1. He looked like he lost a ton of ground right there.
He's going to come to the line this time with 4 to go. Caden Barry, Cardoza battling for the second position. Barry almost was able to clear Cardoza, but Cardoza fights back on the outside. As we're coming to 3 laps to go, we have the slow machine of Osborne working the extreme inside part of the racetrack. Szerzynski and Ty Williams round out the top 5. Sargent and Putney battling for the 6th position. Hannigan still committed to the outside line here, and he holds a half a second advantage over Cardoza, and Caden Barry looks to the inside as we get the white flag one more time around Cardoza. Squeezes Hannigan up just a little bit. What happens down here in 3 and 4? Cardoza goes clear to the bottom. Hannigan going to work the outside out of turn 4. Mason Hannigan wins at Lanier. Landon Cardoza will be second, and Caden Barry rounds out the top 3 with a +10 effort from him. Dustin Sargent, Spencer Putney will both pick up 11 positions in the feature. Chase Porter 10 here tonight. Mason Hannigan's going to work around the front straightaway and head to Royas Graphics Victory Lane, and we're going to get to talk to our top 3 here in a few moments. Again, you want to get your designs ready for the track? Join their Discord or visit them on Facebook today and let Royas Graphics bring your vision to life. All right, we're going to get our interviews started here tonight. As soon as we have all the drivers available, I see 2 of the 3 available to talk to tonight. Well, I guess if they're available, we will start with our second place finisher, Landon Cardoza. Hey, Landon, is Tyler and Tim up in the booth? Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What a night you started there in the top 3 in the feature, and it was a little bit caution-filled, some hectic stuff happening behind you. You were just able to grind your way through it and come out with a good top 3, a solid second-place run here tonight in that 121 machine. What was it like out there on Lanier tonight?
I mean, most people would say, just like I've thought, track prep was horrible this week. I think qualifying started too slick. I mean, the heat race was okay, but I mean, that feature should have not stayed that slick. It was good though. I mean, it raced okay. I mean, if you can throw off a slider and get to their rear end, you can get a slider off, but it was a single file around the top. Not much racing could be done.
Yeah, it seemed like we seen some drivers move down to the bottom, but the top seemed to be the dominant line. Was it just maybe too slick on the bottom to make any moves, or was the top just where it was at?
The whole track was too slick. I mean, I like to joke. The water truck just took a break this week. I mean, I feel like if it's not even if the bottom could be juiced, I feel like the whole track. I mean, in my mind, I feel like we should have got a whole rework and should have ran the whole warm up out and started the track off a little bit more tackier so we could actually race. But no, not a bad week. First podium for the series, so not too bad, and just keep grinding away at points.
Absolutely. Tim.
Yeah, you said you weren't happy with the track, but what do you take away from this with this kind of track? Uh, did you expect going in that it was going to get as slick as it was?
I mean, my heat fine. I feel like I was leaning on making changes that would have initially, or in my mind, would have led me to be better. Gear, wing, a couple other things that I feel like would have ended up helping me. So I feel like I just can say learned a lot. I mean, I always overthink, but I overthought and didn't make the changes I should have probably made. But yeah.
Landon, before we let you go tonight, anybody you need to thank for the effort?
So just Fusion Setup Shop, Justin Sargent, Colin Bocus, everyone that helps me get around the track every week.
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate you talking to us tonight. And congratulations on your first top 3 of the season.
Thanks, man.
All right. That was our second place finisher, Landon Cardoza. Now we'll move back one spot as Caden Berry is available for his interview. Hey, Caden, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right. What an effort from you, up 10 spots in that feature to come home with a podium position. There, it looked like, at least Cardoza said the track was a little bit too slick for him. What's your thoughts on the track conditions tonight, and what was it like trying to drive your way up through there on a slick racetrack?
Obviously, I'm sure as a lot of people know, I love racing on slick tracks. They're a blast. They get pretty racy. I just feel like this one, especially with it being linear, I feel like it was just not really as racy. Over the past couple of builds with iRacing here, I'm over a lot of updates, and like I said, with the builds, I feel like it's gotten a lot less racy here at linear, and I feel like a lot of tracks, when it gets this slick, where you don't really have much of a line. The top is super thin, kind of hard to run. If you go up there, you're pretty much following the leader the whole time. So I was just trying to go down, run in the middle, run the bottom, trying to figure something else different that could maybe be faster. We pulled alongside, landing there. We got by him, and then eventually I knew I was just starting to spin a little bit too much tire down there, and he got back by me with a little bit of traction that there was up on the top, and I was just trying to find something different. So because I didn't really want to follow Mason and Landon around, so I wanted to try to win this race. But you can only do so much with how slick it was. It was pretty much an unpassable slick tonight, but it's okay, and got another podium, so pretty thankful.
Absolutely. You had a fantastic effort here tonight. Tim.
Yeah. What was some of the things that you found difficult throughout tonight outside of the slick track?
Um, Obviously I knew, putting myself behind the 8 ball, starting in the back there. We had a good quick time, obviously, and starting fourth in the first heat. I thought we were going to be able to maybe sneak into second. We were really, really close to getting second place there. That didn't happen, so it really, like I said, put us really, pretty far behind the 8 ball there. Going into the A main, starting 13th, and like I said, with how slick it was, I knew it was going to be pretty tough, but pretty proud of myself to still, work it through there. Get 10 spots to still come out, strong with the podium. So no, I mean, other than that, like I said, feel pretty accomplished starting that far back and on this unpassable track that we pretty much had tonight. To get a strong podium again.
Absolutely. Well, Caden, before we let you go tonight, who do you need to thank?
Yeah, thank you. First and foremost, gotta give all glory to God. I thank my mom and dad, my nanny and grandpa, my grandmother Cece, my Grammy Ryder, TJ, Tim and Kevin, my sponsors Granite State Blocktoppers, Juice Powder Coating, CRC, ZMAX, Driven to Save Lives, Victory Fuel, Terminal Graphics, Rider Family Sawmill, John Bears Legacy Racing, and gotta thank you guys for putting on the show.
Certainly appreciate the kind words, Caden, and we'll let you celebrate your top 3 here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to our winner. Hey, Mason, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, you come away with the victory here tonight. You were able to start up front and lead a ton of laps and bring home the checkered flag here tonight. Man, it's got to feel good getting the win on this very slick linear speedway.
Yeah, that's right up my alley. I love slick racetracks, and every week we've pretty much had a prime racetrack, and I think we need maybe tone it down a little bit. I think we're a little bit on the slicker side than normal, and then it gets pretty difficult to race. But a track like linear, it's kind of hard to keep grip in it. Andrew's been doing a hell of a job with everything, and the tracks have been really good, and I feel like all the races have been really good too. So yeah, I mean, we were pretty fast all night. Obviously qualifying, we're not too good right now. Just kind of, when you get in there and there's only about 3 minutes left to practice and no hot laps, right? So you just go out for qualifying and just kind of wing it. So yeah, it's been tough the past 2 weeks just to not qualify. And the invert, I mean, yeah, it's great and all, but I feel like it's kind of a fluke to win it from second or third sometimes. And it is what it is. I mean, it's part of the game, and I hate playing the game. Really, I want to go quick time. I want to win the heat 4-1. I want to win the feature from the front 2 rows. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And obviously we're able to pull off the win there. It gets pretty difficult with cautions there, and you get in a rhythm and then you get out of it, and it really screws you up. So it was a good race. So good race with Landon for sure, Landon and Alex. So yeah, hell of a race.
Yeah, for sure. Tim, do you have anything?
Yeah, you had this thing dialed in. What were some of the key factors that you thought that helped you win this race?
Just I mean, man, you got to keep the tires underneath you. I feel like is a big one, and I've been dialing in some new setup stuff. I mean, I don't ever practice, so sometimes I winged it in a race last night, and I found something I really like. So I'm just getting off the corner a lot straighter now. I feel like throttle control for me has never been an issue for a long time. So um, that's not really a problem, but a lot of these guys are getting faster just because they can keep more throttle in it. So I've kind of figured out how I can stay straighter and keep more throttle in it. So I feel like I'm only getting better with the 360 stuff. The 410 stuff's more my jam, but the 360 stuff I'm still getting a little dialed in every once in a while. So yeah, we're feeling pretty good right now, and glad that we could do 2 in a row here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mason, before I let you go, winning tonight gets you free entry into the Shamrock 100 event on Thursday night. Are we going to expect you in the field for that one?
I'll have to look. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't. What car and what track?
I know it's the late models, and
Oh,
it's
whoa,
Regal's
whoa, whoa.
putting it on. So
You're speaking foreign to me now.
okay. Well, I know the tonight's winner got free entry into that event, so I just had to ask.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. I love what Andrew's doing. He puts a lot of passion into this stuff, and I don't know if some of these guys kind of take recognition or respect it as much as me and some of my teammates do. I mean, Andrew's been doing a hell of a job, and really nice dude, really good dude. So can't thank him enough for putting this whole deal on, and yeah, can't wait to run some more with him.
Absolutely. Well, before I let you go, anybody you need to thank tonight?
Yeah, all my boys at Black Diamond Motorsports. Can't thank them enough. Lofty Race Designs, Tim Sims, and yeah, it's been a hell of a season so far, and we'll just keep ticking away here.
All right. Well, again, big congratulations on the victory here tonight and the past 2 weeks. Mason, we'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's going to conclude our interviews here tonight as we start to wrap things up on night number 3 here, the Peach State Classic with Regal Promotions Esports. Closing thoughts from you, Tim.
That was just that was an awesome night of racing. Just battles everywhere. say this every broadcast. I feel like, but the drivers just go out there and give us the best show that we could ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fantastic show tonight with the Regal Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Cars here in round number 3. Hannigan getting the victory now 2 weeks in a row. Upcoming for the Buckeye Racing Network. Tomorrow night, we're going to be live with the Southern Racing Association Pro Late Model Division in round number 5 of that series. We're going to be at the Lucas Oil Speedway in a 100-lap main event tomorrow night. So if you ain't got nothing going on, come on out, hang out with us here on the Buckeye Racing Network. We'll be live about 8:30 to 8:40 Eastern tomorrow night for that one. And after that on Tuesday night, again, I'll be helping out with the broadcast for that Shamrock 100 event on Thursday night. Right Rear Racing, the coverage will be there on their YouTube channel. So check that one out. And then upcoming for us after that, we won't be live again until next Monday night as the League of Outlaws wrapped up their season last night. So we do not have a show this coming Sunday night. So we'll be back here next Monday night for round number 4 of this series. That's going to do it for us from Lanier tonight. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.